EMEA at Dell Technologies. He's Elliott Young. Big round of applause, please. Elliott, welcome.
Good to see you.
Thank you for being with us. And before I give you, I think they started, they've set up the stage very nicely.
Very fast.
I'm going to over to you. I'll get you to actually introduce all your panelists.
Thank you very much. Well, hello everyone, and let's start by diving into some fascinating insights. In a recent survey conducted by Dell, we asked 500 IT decision makers about their views on generative AI. An astounding 76% of them said that the impact of generative AI will be significant and transformative for their organizations. This level of agreement is remarkable in IT, and business leaders have been tantalized by the possibilities that generative AI presents. However, when asked, many of them focused on the benefits of AI like machine learning, which most organizations have been doing for many years. And they had this expectation that machine learning would be reducing cost, reducing risk, improving efficiency. And yes, machine learning does do all of these things, but actually, I don't really think that's what generative AI is about. I believe that generative AI is about enabling your organization to do something which was previously completely impossible to do. And not only make something better or more efficient, but actually introduce new business capabilities which were previously unthinkable. So let's talk about that. Please can I invite our panelists to come on stage. Okay, welcome. Assalamu alaikum. Ismi Elliott Young.
Yeah?
I'm trying. Shukran for the kind invitation to the UAE to meet all of you. I am the CTO for Dell Technologies in EMEA, and today it's an honor to be here on the stage with our esteemed VIPs from the UAE. And I even bought a new shirt for the occasion. to dress up. Let me start with some introductions. First of all, we have Her Excellency, Dr. Mubaraka Ibrahim, from Emirates Health Services Establishment. In many ways, you are the face of healthcare IT, named as one of the top 50 CIOs, top female executives in the Middle East. Your Excellency, welcome. Could you please tell us about your roles and responsibility?
Well, actually, I'm in the Emirates Health Services. Emirates Health Services is one of the biggest providers or operational that is actually under the government. And we have around 17 hospitals, 80 plus primary healthcare centers. Mm-hmm. My role, I'm the CIO. We're managing the whole enterprise when it comes to the infrastructure, to the support, to the application, digital transformation. Everything is coming under the IT sector.
Everything.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Your Excellency. Next, at the end, I'd like to welcome Captain Aisha Saeed Harib, who is from Dubai Police. You have 2 master's degrees, a doctorate, awards, which include the UAE Pioneers Award from the Ministry of Cabinet Affairs, as well as the Social Innovation Award from the Women's Forum in France. Captain Harib, could you share some insights about your role and your experience in innovation?
So much, Elliott. It's first of all, good morning. It's wonderful to be here with you and to share our insights. Thank you so much, Dell, for this beautiful invitation. It's a privilege to meet and greet our guests today, the panelists. My name is Captain Aisha Harib, and today I'm not wearing an official suit. I'm being very friendly with you guys, so no fines, no. No, fine. So I represent Dubai Police. I'm the research and development head. So any technologies you see today in Dubai is coming out of the R&D center that we run at Dubai Police. And basically, we are right now testing and scaling how emerging technologies can be developed through Dubai Police services. Not only that, as you know, that Dubai Police has a huge weight on its shoulder to make Dubai one of the safest cities. And not only that, when we look at public safety, we look at from different aspects. We look from crime, we look from business excellence, we look from tourism, we tap into F&B in different industries. So right now there is an R&D center where I head, and we're testing and scaling new services in that sense.
Great, thank you very much for the introduction. You know, Dubai Police is very well respected by citizens, I think, because of the R&D and the effort in innovation.
You have to, actually.
Yes, you have to. And I think this idea about innovation and creativity can also be said for our next guest, Mr. Talal Al-Kaissi, who is the EVP of Products and Global Partnerships at Core 42. Now, Core 42 has been described as an unparalleled enterprise AI delivery force with a global footprint. Would you say that's a fair description?
Parts of it, at least. So Core 42 is a company that was recently established as a merger between three companies that were part of G42.
Yes.
It was Injazat, which did managed services and professional services, as well as some cybersecurity. G42 Cloud, which I had the privilege of leading for 2 years. Before that, everything on the infrastructure side, cloud, as well as AI compute. And then our inception, Applied AI Institute. Those three coming together made what is today Core 42. And if you're following the news lately, a lot of outlets are calling the G42 family an AI giant, so I'll take it.
Great. What a great endorsement. Thank you very much. And now we have an author of books on technical thinking, bubble theory, TV presenter, radio journalist, trainer, creator of multiple mobile apps, the VP of IT from Government Department. Please welcome Mr. Ahmed Al-Zarouni.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Your role sounds unique. Could you tell us a bit more about your role?
I prefer to keep it private. So I have two hats. One is the public hat, which is the author and the TV and whatever. That is just to make sure the public are aware about what's happening in the dynamic technology shifts that we've seen in the recent years. And as Mr. Mohammed was mentioning, that whatever we have learned in the past 20 or 30 years, it's all will be changed completely. Right. I believe that already started last year, which already 2 days ago, and now this is going to rapidly change in the coming year. So today, maybe we're giving Dell some answers on the 5 questions that remain unsolved.
Okay. Thank you very much. So you're taking the latest innovations and turning them into reality and helping people adopt those. Great.
Thank you.
And now, of course, we come to Mr. Mohammed Amin. 22 years experience now at Dell, the leader of Dell Technologies' largest division across Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Mr. Amin, AI appears to be a pivotal component of your division. Could you tell us about that and how it's being adopted within Dell?
No, absolutely. So as my friend Elliott said, I'm 22 years old. So not 22 years in Dell. So basically, actually, as I was saying in my presentation, our job is to empower our customers, okay, and enhance the human progress. And in UAE, I'm very proud that we use the AI for some initiatives. First of all the credit goes to UAE. First country in the world has a minister of artificial intelligence and has a ministry for that. And actually, and maybe some other country will get upset from me when I say this, the most digitally transformed country in our region. Some other country trying to follow, but the most actually transformed. We done something and we announced this globally and for the first time ever, okay, in UAE, in Dubai. It was between Ministry of Artificial Intelligence, Dell Technology, and the health organization in Dubai. We announced how you're going to use the AI to predict, God bless all of you, the colon cancer via using AI algorithm. And this is the first globally and launched in UAE and is going on. So in my opinion, those kind of examples are very, very unique and very important because that is what touches the people's life. That's what touches the people's quality of life, which is very important. So AI is vital for us for air technology. If you follow Dell Technology for the last 4 or 5 months, you see how the street really appreciate our story. We got more than 100% appreciation in our share prices simply because the street believed in our artificial intelligence initiatives. And we are one of the first company globally, we actually have in our infrastructure an AI component.
Yes, I think it's, I completely agree with your comments, especially about the UAE, where here my impression is things get done, but they get done very quickly. And you don't see that in other parts of Europe or the Middle East. As you said, the example for having a minister for AI even. This again is a great advantage. So with that kind of thing in mind, I'd like to ask each of our panelists about the key steps your organizations have taken to harness the power of generative AI. Have you adopted a specific approach or prioritized use cases or maybe evaluated technology in a different way? Can you share a bit about the steps you've taken to adopt AI? Who would like to start there?
Oh, look, sir, with the ladies, of course. Ladies first.
Well, regarding adopting AI, as everybody knows, as said here, that we have the Minister of AI. So artificial intelligence is at the top of the agenda for the United Arab Emirates. Mm-hmm. The healthcare is one of the industries that currently is adopting rapidly the artificial intelligence systems or artificial intelligence algorithms that it's happening currently in the UAE. In the Emirates Health Services, when the AI was actually implemented, our main objective was around reducing the cost.
Reduce the cost.
Yeah, and having an effective process for the treatment.
Okay.
We are thinking of also the robotic surgeries where we have less, intervention and invasive procedures.
Wow.
And also we're looking at the sharing of information between artificial intelligence systems so that we can have the overall, ecosystem, how we can actually build that system that can cater for the health of our community. So if you talk about what are the initiatives that we have done a lot of initiatives when it comes to the AI. We were one of the leading establishment or organization that we did the Da Vinci robotic surgery.
Okay.
And UAE was actually known for that. Then we have a lot of things currently, everybody knows the artificial virtual assistant. We're working on it now. We're going to be, inshallah, launching it soon. We've did the, when it comes to the AI predictive analytics, there is a lot of things that we have done within the EHS for deploying the artificial intelligence.
So it sounds like you've embraced all of the different aspects of artificial intelligence. You've used it to actually implement surgery, but you're also improving the efficiency of systems by using generative AI to have them almost communicate in a whole new way. So that's really impressive. Lots of organizations, I think, say, for example, I've got a huge amount of text, so I'll use generative AI to summarize the text. But you seem to have gone a step further and said, how can I look at the whole holistic view of how healthcare can benefit? Amazing.
I do agree on that. Thank you.
Who would like to go next on the framework?
So next, Captain Aisha, maybe go next.
Yes, sure. Right. So one of the beautiful use cases in Dubai Police we had 6 years ago, we had a challenge how to shift the public behavior from them coming to our police station to report a crime to reach them, to reach the public whenever they needed us. So we thought of starting creating a kiosk at the mall, police station kiosk, where they can report any public crime they see. And then we shifted that to smart police station, where we introduced unmanned 24/7 police station. They can come to the police station, fully confidential. Nobody knows who's that person. And it's like a coffee shop style even. It's
Oh, yes, I think there's one near to here, actually.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
we have one in the City Walk. And then we have upgraded the service to be on your phone, on your smartphone. So now no need to come to the police station to report a crime. You can do it within your phone. And there is a response time from 4 minutes to 2 minutes.
Wow.
To respond
Wow.
to the reports. So this is one of the things that where we use AI, and it has accelerated the services of the government of Dubai Police itself to make sure that we are aware and we can respond on time, and our eyes are everywhere, not only in the station, but through your phones, we're also there.
Great. What a great solution. Thank you very much for that.
So
Mr. Talal, you want to go next?
Sure. So in our case, very similarly to Dell, we're both an infrastructure provider and a solution provider. And so I look at it more from the enablement standpoint. We do eat our own dog food. So we do apply the things that we build in terms of trying to leverage the infrastructure in applications like healthcare, for example, with our population genomics program, leveraging the supercomputer that we have and the cloud repository as well. Or even in the energy domain, G42 has a company called AIQ that's a joint venture with ADNOC. So a lot of that, firepower and muscle power of the AI compute can be applied there. But when it comes to that enabling effect, it's important to note the different pieces of the puzzle that are needed. So, you start at the very base level. One of the G42 companies, Khazna, provides data centers, for instance. We come in at Core 42, provide cloud infrastructure, be it private cloud or sovereign cloud infrastructure. And now we're also introducing sovereign public cloud, where we're enabling cloud on a hyperscaler public cloud backbone. That then generates the ability to bring in AI, enterprise AI enablement solutions that are brought together by the institute, the Artificial Intelligence Institute that's now part of Core 42, and everything downstream from that in professional services, implementation, and security, all the way to the applications with our sister companies. So it's really that full end-to-end value chain, and we do consume it as much as we provide it as a service to others.
So full end-to-end, available to your customers. You can consume it internally as well, and you have this huge compute availability, which is a special tool that probably not many organizations will have access to.
Correct.
Amazing. Sir.
Ahmed.
So I would like to talk about the generative AI, if you allow me, from a different perspective.
Okay.
That will be the year of 23. It was 2023, sorry. It was supposed to be a virtual reality year.
Okay.
But all of a sudden, that generative AI have took over the year and changed the whole industry altogether. And we went into the journey of the fastest developed technology that never happened in history. In matter of like few months, started from text to generating images, to understand images, to understand the thesis, to understand medical procedures, to understand crimes and legal documents, to understand applications and frameworks, even to help you build one from scratch. So now we are talking about a technology that changes the whole thing.
Yes.
But there is a catch.
Okay.
Whatever we have seen in the year of 2023, it's still version 1 of generative AI.
Absolutely.
What I believe is 2024 will start the line of the version 2. Now, this is the what we, or how we started from tech.
Companies, Khazna, provide cloud.
Sir.
أخوي أحمد.
So I would like to talk about the generative AI, if you allow me, from a different perspective.
Okay.
That will be the year of 23. It was 2023. Sorry, it was supposed to be a virtual reality year.
Okay.
But all of a sudden, that generative AI have took over the year and changed the whole industry altogether. And we went into the journey of the fastest developed technology that never happened in history. In matter of like few months, started from text to generating images, to understand images, to understand the thesis, to understand medical procedures, to understand crimes and legal documents, to understand applications and frameworks, even to help you build one from scratch. So now we are talking about a technology that changes the whole thing.
Yes.
But there is a catch.
Okay.
Whatever we have seen in the year of 2023, it's still version 1 of generative AI.
Absolutely.
What I believe is 2024 will start the line of the version 2. Now, this is the catch. Whatever we have seen so far, I can say it's nothing. Okay. What comes next, it's by far completely different than what we or how we are living.
Right.
So we have seen great ideas, that analysis of PDF, analysis of documents, creating videos, creating, helping creating avatar, creating games. There is a lot of things that generative AI can do now as we speak. But the next generation of generative AI, which was the start this year, it will create everything without the requirement of any man to steer it. Because as we speak, you still need to steer the direction of the generative AI. It lacks the vision of steering.
Right.
So this will be the next generation of technology and products. So maybe you guys also will have a lot of challenge from providing systems and services for the government sector, for the corporations across the globe, to support this kind of innovation, because going forward, the demand will be much higher than the what is the peak of the current generative AI.
Right, right. That's a really interesting observation. So you're saying that in the last year, we started out the year with simple text completion, but by the time they got to the end of the year, we're having multimodal AIs that can look at text, image, video, exactly. But now the next thing you're predicting to look forward to is to say, how will the AIs start to make some decisions themselves, or how can it become self-steering in some way?
I'm waiting for the time that when we as a human, a normal human person, can give an AI an instruction, build me an Android or iPhone app that does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it.
And then it does it for you.
And it does it for you, publish it for you, design it for you, and you have the whole suite done with just one prompt.
Yes.
Because I want to save your time from writing the whole lines of prompts. And then I've seen one of the studies that says prompt engineering, it's very important, but at the same time it's not. Because it's going to be obsolete.
Yes, maybe an AI will do the engineering of your prompt for you behind the scenes, yes.
You started up your answer, I thought you're assuring us. I found us that you're scaring us.
So I think I have answered 2 of your 5 unanswered questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's already done. Good, good. I think, in fact, you've answered the next question I was going to ask, which is around looking at these remarkable use cases that can be created. I mean, there are some use cases you can do today, but as you've pointed out, there are some incredible things that we can look forward to in the next 12 months. Do any of our panelists have a particular use case or capability that you're really, really proud of that you'd like to share with other people here so that perhaps they could consider emulating it or learning from it? What would you say is a really impactful use case that you've had?
You're looking at me.
Captain?
Go, you can go.
جاوب عنكم.
جاوب.
Okay, so I will be just tapping on Mr. Talal's point here. One of their company, G42 company, they are doing remarkable research on genetics. They want to apply machine learning advanced technology using G42 cloud. So using G42 cloud, which is somehow powered by Dell, to analyze the DNA structures of more than 1 million of UAE citizens,
Okay.
to identify any possible diseases, to counter-predict any possible cure that can happen, and utilize it purely to develop the healthcare system in the UAE.
Wow. So that's direct benefit for the people who live and work here.
It is already started.
Incredible. Yeah, that's a very good example.
I'm going to share with you another example. How many of you here use Dubai police applications? Wow. See, I just want to prove something to you.
They're all paying fines, by the way.
Yeah. They're using. So basically, the good news here, what we're testing right now, whenever you're reporting a crash or an accident through the application, a minor one. So just by submitting the pictures of the accident, we're testing how AI can do the scenario for you on spot by reading the pictures and sending it as an evidence.
Oh, I see. So just by reading the pictures, it may write a kind of statement to say, I was driving this car, the weather conditions were this, the traffic was
and that will save us a huge amount of time to prove that this driver was not wrong or mistaken and the other one was...
Wow. If you can do that, then we have many customers across the world who would love to, love to emulate that one.
So
Excellent.
this is one of the how we're using AI to help us do the scenarios and traffic and accidents.
Your Excellency?
Well, for us, we utilize the AI in the sustainability. So that was something that we ventured on last year or the year before when the COVID hit. Everybody was like doing the virtual teleconsultation, which helped us actually to see that we are lessening the travel of the people to the facilities. Okay. So what we have done is we've transferred almost 30% of our current physical clinics to a virtual clinic. When we utilize the AI actually we did machine learning algorithm for them to, for it to be able to distinguish which are the physical clinics that can be, converted to virtual.
Okay.
And actually that helps us this year to reduce till now around 20% of the carbon emission from the traveling of the people, because we have done a machine learning type of application that can state where you are from, how much it will, transmit the carbon for you to come to the facility itself.
So not only the carbon calculation for the employees of the healthcare system, but you're actually doing the calculation for the patients
for the
and including that as well.
Yes.
Wow, that's the kind of reverse way to look at it. That's really insightful. Do you ever see the time when perhaps a patient could have a first consultation with an AI or to do triage or something like this? Do you think that could be possible?
Yeah, it can be possible. Actually, I was in a judge panel that was last year in Saudi Arabia, and there was one of their major hospitals. They have done it as a full triage from home.
Oh, really?
So before they can come, you need to do the triage from home, and then they can see if you need to come to the hospital or you need to go to the clinic.
Wow, that's
With this, they are reducing actually the flow of the people within the facilities,
just the most critical people,
within the kingdom itself.
Wow.
So currently, I think the healthcare, everybody is looking is how they can work in their operation to make it more, utilizing the AI to make it more, doing it from the comfort of their homes instead of them, coming to the facilities.
Yeah, direct benefit for them.
I have a good recommendation for all of you guys to use the generative AI to let it analyze your blood test, for example. So if you do that, it's very easy. Just upload your PDF, the test result, to the generative AI, perhaps maybe Copilot, or just to support your sponsor. And then let it analyze it, give you recommendations, don't do it, and give you a deep insight of what you have from the health side. So when you go to the doctor, you know exactly what he's talking about. This is, I think this is one of the most challenges that you have, that the patient does not know what the doctor is talking about, and they're taking medicines for no reasons, and then they just harm themselves and make it more complicated. So if you use the generative AI, don't rely and don't apply any health recommendation unless you consult with the doctor. But at least when you go to the doctor, you know what he's talking about.
Yes.
I think the same thing can be applied, for before visiting the police and before visiting your legal counsel, and even maybe before using the cloud terms and conditions.
Yes. That's great, because you're now in a more empowered situation to have a better conversation. So more efficient for you, more efficient for the doctor. Great. Mr. Talal?
Yeah, I think the topic was well covered. In our case, again, from an enablement standpoint, we a good example is the Arabic language model we built recently called GIS.
Yes.
It's relatively small, comparatively speaking, to GPT, but very fine-tuned for Arabic with the proprietary data set that we helped acquire, and only 1% of the world's Arabic content is online. So it was a difficult exercise to try to do that. But the reason we went through that effort and we applied our 4 exaflop supercomputer in California to train it, and it released the model, is for others to be able to leverage it. And
right.
I think when you start looking at the things that you could do with fine-tuning and retrieval augmented generation,
yes.
using your own proprietary data sets in an environment where you can protect that data, then the opportunities are plentiful. And so we're always keen on figuring out how to create those enablement functions that others can use. And it's open source.
Yes, and it's open source as well.
Correct.
I just realized I've been pronouncing it wrong for the last 6 months.
I know, everyone does. So I try to correct it when GIS. It's after the tallest, the highest mountain peak in the UAE in Ras Al Khaimah, Jabal GIS.
Okay.
And we have another product. It is the Falcon.
Falcon, yes.
Yes, Falcon.
From this region as well?
It is one of the largest model. It's the largest model from the Middle East.
Yes,
sector.
I think 180 billion parameters now, something like that. Incredible.
I think it's 75 billion.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think it's 70 billion. But that is the target. The target to
Right.
reach that, and it will be in this year. I believe it will be multimodal. So I think that is remarkable. I think it's ranked as number 4 in the world.
Well, it's
from
remarkable
the model.
because unlike some other parts of the world where they're restricting the access and you don't see the parameters or the weights, or you don't see the data that was used to train for it, for Falcon, you do get access. And you say, hey,
and it's
trained on
open
this
source.
data. And it's open source.
Yep.
You can download it, install it on the Dell server. Mr. Mohammed, Amin, you
I don't think they have already a model for that yet.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Do you have?
I'm going to say it in public, so
We'll test on it.
we'll test exactly. So is that the final one, I think?
I got one last question and then we are done.
So I would go for the final word later, so let's go with our
All
customers.
right, then, let's do that. So these are truly impactful use cases we've discussed today. But now let's look to the future. And this happens to be my favorite part. When engaging with our most prominent clients, I often paint a picture of what lies ahead. So imagine, for instance, a large language model platform where you allow all of your employees just to have confidential access to it and ask them any question they want. Or imagine AI systems evolving into experts on every facet of your company data, like Mr. Talal was just talking about. You're connecting an index and suddenly the AI understands everything you have in your existing Dell Technologies storage systems. Or maybe you're personalizing every customer interaction, like Sam was talking about. You could, for example, have a unique web page for every customer who comes to your website where the page is written just for them. Or perhaps if you know who you're going to deliver your product to, you can print the product packaging uniquely just for that customer who's going to receive that product. And so what I've come to realize is that sometimes our clients are unaware that these possibilities are now within their grasp. But they are, thanks to straightforward generative AI solutions running on Dell Technologies solutions. And in fact, a single large language model could be connected to multiple indexes, not just one. It can support multiple different use cases. You might have one AI running 50 or 100 different use cases. So you don't have to have multiple AIs for multiple use cases with generative AI. So these are some of the learnings that we've come from working in this area. So to close this discussion, I'd like to engage in a rapid fire round, if I may. Can I ask each of you to share a key insight or a piece of important advice that you would give to our business and technology leaders here today? Something that they would know or they should think about when adopting AI. Should we start at the end there, Captain?
Sure, I can go ahead. So basically when AI was introduced, it was a threat that it would replace human jobs and humanity. But right now with the ChatGPT coming in place and practice, it is now introduced. We understand what is AI exactly. It's more than a tool rather than a threat. So my advice is to you is never ever trust media. I'm sorry, Sam, because it's going to be like a barrier to you, and always believe in continuous learning. And good luck for all of you who is proceeding in the AI industry.
Great, that's good advice, thank you. Mr. Talal.
So embrace AI or be rendered irrelevant. That's the wisdom I can come up with.
Absolutely.
I think it's important for people to realize that we oftentimes underappreciate technology when they're in their infancy, and today, as Ahmed mentioned, generative AI is still in a very infant stage. The ingenuity that humans have is always going to be important, and the augmentation that AI is helping induce today is something that can't be overstated. So I think embracing it as a company is not a nice to have, but a must have, like Walid was saying. And I really truly believe that we're going to see it become a force multiplier on multiple different levels.
Yes, yes, that's a good way to think about it. Mr. Al-Zarouni.
Yeah, I can confirm one thing that is really now become an evident. Yes, AI will replace human. Yes, that is granted. It will replace human who will lack to use AI. So if either you use it or it will replace you. Because very simply saying it, if I want to finish a task that will take in normal days 6 months, and I will use AI to give me the summary in 1 minute, I will definitely close that department completely and you just rely on ChatGPT paying $20.
Right. So don't be worried. You should embrace it and find ways to use it in your workflow. Your Excellency.
Well, when it comes to the AI is the future for everything, as said by my colleagues here, especially in healthcare. We're depending hugely on the AI. But what I can say to the people, before we adopt AI in totality, we need to look at the threats behind the AI.
Okay.
And we need to be able to close these gaps before we really emerge or embark in a big exhibition of having the whole generative AI. Security is one of them.
Okay.
Data management is another one of them. Ethics of using the artificial intelligence is a third thing. And I can say also the infrastructure. You know, currently, we need to have a robust infrastructure that can cater for these huge data that is happening currently in the world. Now, if we don't have these things, I think, yes, the future will change, but is it going to be at the rhythm that we want it to be moving very quickly, or are we going to be adopting slowly to go ahead, trying to close these gaps as we move forward.
Okay, so
Thank
keep a view on the threats, look at the ethics, look at the security behind it, and check the size of the gap to make sure it's manageable, reasonable. Very good insights.
I want 1 minute. I will tell you a story happened 3 days ago.
Okay.
3 days. One of vendor, it's not your competitor. So
Thanks for clarifying.
I need to make sure he's happy, you know. Okay, so we had a vendor who sells us a product. So I told them, listen, I want a product with a very specific modular that need to be in that product. So he said, okay, my VPN is not working. I need to go back to my office to check, and I will need to search. And before he finished his sentence, ChatGPT gave me the specific product number in a blink of an eye. So that is the example of using generative AI for the customer service. Maybe that is a new training course.
But actually, this was a marketing number trying to implement it. So
Yeah, perfect.
if it was not us, it would never work.
No, now khalas, you need to upload all of your data there.
So I think I'm going to finish.
Advice,
okay?
yes, please.
All right. So first of all, I could not be more proud to be with you guys. And thanks very much for your trust and your support. Very proud actually with the Arabic LLM, large language model. And I know there are so many other languages in our home in UAE. So I'm very proud. I agree with everything being said, especially that it is a journey. So far, artificial intelligence was used to do things faster, processes more efficiently. Right now, we're dealing that we're going to deal with the new content we are not actually aware about. And artificial intelligence, by definition, it's intelligence, right? So we're dealing with something going to create a new content and actually smart and learn. So artificial intelligence will learn. And actually, the algorithm, how you design artificial intelligence, and Elliott will know this better than me, that we unleash them to do things differently, which sometimes is scary. It depends how you look to it. So that's why we are in the beginning of the journey, and it's going to be a legality should come around how to use artificial intelligence, compliance, how you're going to use the artificial intelligence. This is going to be very, very, very important. So still a complete ecosystem will happen around the AI, generative AI. I agree we are in the beginning 20% of the journey. We've seen nothing out of this journey. I agree 100% with the self-transform because we need to be part of this industry. We need to be part of the future. And definitely, being part of the future, AI is going to be required and self-transformation is required. So I'd like to finish by saying it was an amazing day, really amazing day. And I'm very proud. I wanted actually to give a huge round of applause to my team because you've done an amazing event. So,
Thank you.
as well for all my guests for today, Alexis, our marketing manager, Elliott, Sam. So thanks very much for coming all the way to support us. And the biggest round of applause to our customer and our partner, because as I said, you are the main thing making us successful. Thank you very much again. I'm going to finish with something funny, I believe it's funny, okay? So because I think we're not going to be replaced completely, Ahmed, okay?
Not fully.
Well, okay.
As long as you use it.
Because artificial intelligence does not do everything. Because I did ask ChatGPT, how can I make my wife happy, and I get very funny answer. So it did not work. It did not work.
I think it will give you blue skin.
It did not work, buddy. It did not work. Thank you very much, Elliott.
Thank you very
so
much
much.
to all our panelists. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure. Very difficult. Very difficult. Switch me off. Hello, switch me off.